Listen, as an Alabama fan, as a fan that has seen all these great players pass through here and just be great players in the NFL, all this, it's hard for me to compare a player, especially a freshman, to one of these greatest of all time in Alabama history. Um, and I'm always a person to say, if you're gonna compare me to somebody that great as a freshman, don't compare me because I just want to be who I am. I don't want all this on me. But for some reason, these huge names within our organization is giving Caleb Downs all the praise in the world before we even see him in a real game. And that means something. You know why it means something? Because even Nick Saban, who doesn't really talk about freshmen, even when you Devontae Smith or you Tua, he don't like to put these great accolades on you, but he's talking about Caleb Downs. You got players like Kool-Aid. You got Dallas Turner. These are legit our best players on defense. Talking about a true freshman. We saw him in the spring game. So these are a few players from the Bama spring game. Shout out to Bama Breakdown for the video. But I can see why people saying what they're saying. This play right here, he threw Bun out of bounds, and he's showing that he'll come up and hit. The next play, he's back there at safety. The tight end catch the ball over the middle. He putting his face in there. It's just so many different things. And when you watch this, you can see why they compare him somewhat to Minkah Fitzpatrick just off this right here, because he got the range of motion. You just seen him tackle. You just seen him put his face in there. Kool-Aid, he didn't get beat right there. I think it was just underthrown pass, but he was there for it. Then I think it's a play with Jalen Milroe runs, and this might be it right here. He's coming up. He's coming up to make the tackle. It's just things like this that's making you feel like him as a freshman, how good he can be, the potential he has, and how smart and dedicated he is to being a very great safety. From him was he can tackle, he can roam as a safety. We can put him in different positions, and that's just off the spring game. And he's out there with the ones as a true freshman. So, Kool-Aid said he's very dedicated. Dallas Turner said he could be an immediate impact player, very smart, very cerebral. He's a young guy, but he also knows what he's doing. Communicates very well. He's very confident too, and you can see that in Caleb Downs. You can see how confident he is. You can tell he just got it. He just got it. So Nick Saban came out and talked about how smart he is as a player on in the books and all this. So it has led people to start talking about a person that they can compare him to coming out as a true freshman. And that player is, and what was getting me, this is in my eyes, this is the greatest, the best DB we ever, like, on Alabama soil. Minkah Fitzpatrick is the best DB I have seen. And that is a hard thing to say, because you got Pat Surtains, you got Mark Barons, you got Javier Arenas, you got, Dre Kirkpatrick. You got so many guys that came through there. But Minkah Fitzpatrick was everything. There was nothing Minkah Fitzpatrick could not do on the football field. He could block kicks, he could return kicks, he can intercept the ball. He's a ball hawk. He can roam in the back. He can hit. You put him on blitzes. Minkah Fitzpatrick was everything. Literally, I don't know what he was bad at. I don't know. So, with us comparing Caleb Downs to Minkah Fitzpatrick, this is what I hate about this, is because Minkah Fitzpatrick was so good that now I'm expecting Caleb Downs to be that good. But I feel like I'm not gonna say he's gonna be Minkah Fitzpatrick, because that is the best DB we have had in my eyes. That's another discussion for a later date. But for Caleb Downs to be getting this praise right now, and what I started doing was, I said, okay, let me just go and look at certain things, because Minkah Fitzpatrick was there, and I just started looking at their size and range. Now I did not think Caleb Downs was as big as tall as Minkah Fitzpatrick. Minkah Fitzpatrick is 6'1", 202 pounds. That was his coming out of Alabama. Caleb Downs coming in at 6 foot, 203 pounds as a true freshman, and he's built. As we can see in this picture right here, he's built. If he has, man, you can see in the highlights, he's getting the tackles. He's going to tackle you, and he hit hard. He like to throw players. This is what you want out of an Alabama player. Now, The question is, do you see Caleb Downs as a Minkah Fitzpatrick? And to me personally, I gotta see it. I'm not putting that on him. I want him to be him. I don't. I don't want to put it on him. But I do think the fact that Nick Saban, Dallas Turner, Kool-Aid, and everybody you see within practices talk about how good he's been since he got there, it leads people to saying stuff like that. And I just want to see it. That's how I think Caleb Downs is an amazing football player. I'm glad that he committed to Alabama. He's from Georgia. Look, man, it's just certain things that get you going. And the fact that you out here again mentioned with this guy right here, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. If Caleb Downs, like I said, man, that is the best DB I've seen. If you don't know about Minkah Fitzpatrick, go back and look at some of them highlights. Minkah Fitzpatrick was everywhere. There was nothing he could not do. You watch a highlight tape, he is playing corner, he's catching picks, deflecting passes, going back there, looking like a damn safety. He's looking like a linebacker when he hit people. He's rushing the passer. He's blitzing. Man, everything. And if Mr. Caleb Downs is that, as a troop, man, I can't wait to see it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is Caleb Downs the next Minkah Fitzpatrick? Roll Tide.